Creator of VPN tier list.
Hey, what is up guys? My name is Tom Spark. Welcome back to another video. Today we're checking out 5 of the best VPN applications as rated from 2019. Alright guys, so these are the 5 best applications. We have VPN Area, Eddy Client from AirVPN. We have Private Internet Access, TorGuard VPN, and Scribe VPN. Now, a lot of these applications have their own strengths and weaknesses. There hasn't really been a VPN yet to get a perfect 5 out of 5 on my ranking system, mostly because not any VPN is completely perfect. These VPNs have a variety of different features, different configurations to play around with, and like I said, different strengths and weaknesses. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at these applications. So they're kind of all cluttered around here. Let's go ahead and take a look at something like Scribe first. So Scribe is probably kind of the most minimal and simplistic looking of these applications, as you could kind of see. It's definitely smaller than most of them, which is kind of nice. They are updating it as well in the future for, I guess, Scribe 2.0, which are going to have some new features, so I'm going to have to take a look at that in the future. But this is what the application looks like right now. So basically they have kind of like a firewall which kind of acts like a kill switch. They have a little bit of notifications here about, you know, some news, which is nice. And of course it shows your IP when connected and your IP when not connected. That's a little annoying. I don't like how it shows my IP when not connected, but it's just kind of like my personal preference because, you know, I usually have to blur it out in a video or be connected. That's why I am connected right now, so I don't want to show my public IP. Anyways though guys, in the settings here, things are pretty simplistic. Of course you have some auto connect features, and you have connection features here, which is configuring the firewall like I was showing you before. You also do have some different connections to configure, like UDP, TCP, IKV2. IKV2 you might get the best kind of speeds, but a little less security maybe than OpenVPN UDP. And TCP is probably going to be a little bit more reliable in terms of connections than UDP, but UDP will probably be a little bit quicker. Stealth is if you can't access VPN, and Tunnel is kind of like another version of Stealth as well, so it's cool to see they have that. So they do have some pretty good features here. They have some API resolution, some proxy support, which is good if you want like a double layer of security. But that's pretty much it for Scribe. Scribe is very good though. I like it because it's so simple. Connection times are very quick indeed, which is very nice. It's even funny, they had on Twitter, someone was showing the connection times between Scribe and NordVPN, and Scribe is just so much faster than a lot of VPNs in terms of the connection times. Alright guys, so next up we could take a look at private internet access. So I would say that private internet access is pretty similar to Scribe in a lot of ways. It's got some of the same kind of simplicity, but also good configuration options available, but still is very user friendly. So we basically just have some basic general preferences here. You can of course, you know, kind of change the icons, which is kind of cool, and you can even make it a window. I would prefer it to be a windowed. I don't really like it being attached to the tray. It's nice that they added this options actually. Besides that, you have some privacy features as well. I do like how it has the blocking ads for PMACE, and it has the kill switch. I'm pretty sure that Scribe has its own kind of ad blocking features. Scribe does have its own ad blocking solution. I guess it just works automatically with the application, and you can configure lots of things here, which is very cool. Quite a good feature as well. In terms of network, we also have some DNS options, which is very nice to see. Request port forwarding, so that's cool. We also have connection types, letting you choose between UDP, TCP. Something that Scribe doesn't offer is the ability to customize your data encryption. I really like that feature. I talked to Yegor, and he was saying he didn't really think this feature is very useful because most modern computers can use the highest level encryption without too much input. But playing around, you can get some better speeds with different options I've discovered with TorGuard VPN. Not sure still too much how that inputs it, but it's good to see some of these lower encryption rates, definitely on stuff like VPN routers, where the processors aren't as powerful to handle the encryption. We also have remote port options, some handshake here, which is really cool. You could customize the handshake, which is going to give you more security as you go up, but a little less speeds. So again, not something Scribe totally has. We also have small packet option, set a smaller MTU for VPN connection. This can result in a lower transfer speeds, but improve reliability on poor connections. So you might want to disable that if you want better speeds. And this is also a cool option that you could try alternate settings if those things do not work. Overall though, I think private internet access has a pretty solid application. They've kind of upped the price recently, I think, not necessarily making anything that much better. Application is pretty much the same as it's always been, but overall I think it's still a decent price, and it does have one of the best applications. Up next we have VPN. This is definitely one of the best applications out there in terms of customization and configurability. So as you can see here, we have lots of options to configure. We have general kind of settings that are pretty familiar and recognizable, and then we even have more UI customization options, so you can customize tons of things here. You can even customize the font if you want. We have protocol options here that let you configure each one you want, with different ports and different protocols between UDP and TCP, and even SSL and SSH, which are a little bit older ways to use protocols for VPN, but interesting to see here. I also like that Scribe has like these little tooltips that if you click on it, it will give you information about the differences between protocols. So for example, you can click on this and it will bring up this article, which kind of informs you about the differences between different ports and why you should use them. So as it says here, if you're trying to connect in China, you need to use OpenVPN over SSL or OpenVPN over SSH. So that's very cool to see. I wish more VPNs kind of had these tooltips inside their applications so people could figure out how to use them to their full potential without needing to watch videos like this one. So that's pretty cool to see, guys. Anyways, we do have proxy options here as well, which we've seen in some of the other ones, but we even have the ability to use Tor. So that's really cool if you're a huge Tor fan. We also do have different networking routes that you can configure, DNS options, some more networking options to configure there, network locked, which is going to be like a kill switch, some more advanced features here, even a customization for logging, as well as some other things to customize here. Anyways, guys, as you can see, this is one of the most customizable and kind of powerful VPNs out there in terms of Eddy. It's open source and it's a very transparent application. It's an excellent application, definitely one of the best. Next up on the list, we're going to be talking about TorGuard VPN. Now, this is one of my favorite applications personally because I think it has a good blend between complexity but also being extremely user-friendly. AirVPN kind of goes way out there in terms of just loading everything on there as much as possible, and even some of the features that I'm a little confused about. But TorGuard has a good blend between adding a lot of features but also still being understandable. So the cool thing about TorGuard is you could just leave it like this, leave it on OpenConnect TCP, pick a server, and then you're going to be pretty much connected. You can even auto connect TorGuard at launch just to get right in there. But if you do want to customize things, there are good options here. You could customize the protocol, the port. So if you want more security, go down, or if you want less, go up. In terms of cipher, there's also customization here, and we saw that in private internet access as well. We also have options for Stunnel if you want to check that. It will have to be enabled through TCP, just keep that in mind. So that's pretty cool to see a little bit more security there. TorGuard also has stealth proxy and more proxy settings if you want kind of like a double layer of encryption as well. We saw that also with the other apps as well. We have a large amount of connection customization, appearance customization, application kill switch, so that's cool to see. We have script support for power users, general settings here to configure as well to prevent against leaking, and lots of DNS options as well. And I already went over proxy, and server selection here lets you add custom dedicated and streaming IPs, which is very good for streaming. So we didn't really see too much of this integration with any other application so far, and actually this is one of the best things about TorGuard, and what makes it such a good streaming VPN is because your IPs that you purchase as add-ons can't be blocked. Now you might be thinking, well, it's dumb that you have to purchase this as add-ons, but actually TorGuard's new streaming bundle for $60 a year includes 2 streaming IPs, which is very competitive and actually is pretty similarly priced to the other VPNs in this list. Not only that, but they also have a network kill switch in here. You can find that right here. So they have 2 kill switches, which is pretty unusual since most other applications only had 1. So very cool feature as well. You can see why TorGuard is definitely a fan favorite and a very respectable application. So let's go ahead and move into the last application, that being a VPN Area. So VPN Area has quite a unique interface when compared to the other applications. Kind of reminds me sort of like a new modern website in that it's just one column and you could kind of go back and forth by clicking on the menus. But you log in here and then you dive right into the application. It's quite nice in that aspect. You can block ads and malware, which is very cool. You can also do that with TorGuard through DNS options. There you go. Just wanted to throw that out there. We saw it with Scribe, the Robert. Private internet access has their own feature as well with the PMACE. I couldn't really find too much information about AirVPN having ad blocking. Let me know down in the comments down below if you know about that, but I couldn't really find anything on it. Anyways, guys, so VPN Area does have some customization on startup, some minimization if you wanted to go tray and taskbar or just to the tray. Updates, sound notifications. We have a kill switch via Windows Firewall, kill switch nuclear options, so that's pretty cool. It will shut down your Wi-Fi, DNS leak protection, IPv6 leak protection, custom DNS servers, turned on ad block and DNS leak will be set to off. Connection protocols between UDP, TCP, and connection port. So you can customize the port, which is cool, just in case something is getting blocked, as it says here, or you can speed up connection potentially. And you also have some customization between showing the server distance, and we even have some following settings to add to servers. So this could be something like scripts. So overall, guys, a very complete looking application, a very interesting interface, and it's quite good to use, pretty reliable in my tests. Anyways, guys, this was an overview of my top 5 VPN applications. What do you think of these applications? What are your favorite applications? Let me know down in the comments down below, and remember, stick with vpntierlist.com to see more videos like this, to check out your own comparisons between the chart which shows each ranking, or just to check the tier list whenever you want to see if anything's changed. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you again very soon. As always, TomSpark out.